Wow, what a day one on Utopia of the Sea so far. It has gone so smooth, and we didn't even do everything right to begin with. So first things first, we didn't book any of the shows pre-book, and it still went smooth.
Whoops.
We forgot to check in.
Whoops, number 2.
Mrs. Tips did remember to check in a little bit later, and because she did that, and we did all of the stuff in the app first, like take your picture, fill your passport information, and all that, we actually got the express boarding. And
Nice.
that was
incredibly nice doing the express. That was awesome.
yeah, I mean, we just flew through on the far left side, and Mrs. Tips said, I think that's as fast as we ever boarded the ship. So
This is legit the fastest.
we got there at about 10:30 a.m. We didn't set an alarm. We could have got there as early as 10, even though our boarding time was 12:30 p.m. Royal Caribbean doesn't care anymore.
There's pretty much like a suggested time just to keep the flow of people like down to like a reasonable level, but you can kind of come when you want. They don't really even pay attention anymore. I think it was more of a big deal a few years ago, but they kind of relaxed on it.
All right, so now that you know you can board the ship at any time you want, some people might say the strategy is, hey, if you come later, you don't got to wait in line. Well, we didn't have to wait in line at all. So the suite guest area, the key people, they were already on the ship because we came at 10:30 instead of 10. That's just because that's what time we woke up and that's what time we moseyed on. 10:43. Hey, don't need to be in the suites or the key. Of course, we wore our swimsuits online. Not online.
We wore our swimsuits under our clothes so that we could immediately get to the fun, but there were 2 important things we had to do first. A lot of times people forget to go to their Munster station. It holds everything up. You can't leave till everyone does it. Just go get it out of the way.
Yeah, so get your Munster out of the way, Munster, whatever. We did that right away, and then we went straight to the box office, which if you look in the app, it's the attic, and that's because we didn't book any of our shows. So it's right across, right by Studio B, and you just get in line there and you book your shows. And so the app is correct. The box office is open, but is actually in the attic, right across from the box office near Studio B. So we are going to go here and see if we can book something in the attic for a show tonight. And these are all the shows. We just booked everything right there, right
And
then
it
there.
was really quick, and they had like a pretty efficient system of everyone just kind of weaving through the chairs and playing musical chairs for a little while. And you sat down with someone and they just beep, 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 booked you. They let you know what was sold out, what wasn't. We got everything we wanted booked, no problem. No issues at all.
No, okay, so after that, then we went and got some food, and we decided to do the Windjammer, which we normally typically avoid on boarding day because it is busy. So we usually go to like a park cafe or Solarium Bistro. But the reason why we went to the Windjammer, why was it again?
They have lobster tails and shrimp and clams and salmon, and they had this whole like seafood section. Hi, some lobster.
Yes. How many?
How many do you want?
2.
2's fine.
Salmon tartare, clam.
Sure, I'll try salmon, please.
I'm coming there.
That's good for me.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. It was amazing. I had 2 lobster tails for free in the Windjammer.
So, I mean, they're tiny, but they're free. You
I don't
could go
care.
back
Yeah,
for
I
more.
could have gone back if I wanted to, and they had really humongous shrimp too, and they were so good, so good.
So as of this recording on Embarkation Day, Icon of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas both launched in this year. You can still get special good seafood on day 1. So we had a light lunch, had that, and then we went on not really the pool.
This is why you need to wear your swimsuits on Embarkation Day. There is almost literally not a single person in this pool. It is the best time to go swimming.
We actually did the hot tub in the solarium.
And we did the big one that hangs off the side of the ship.
We could have done the pool.
Yeah.
And there was, there was some kids by the one that's closer to the Windjammer, and then the other side that was completely empty. Mm-hmm. But we had 0 people Just the two of us
0.
for an hour.
Yeah.
I mean,
literally no one in there but us.
No. I mean, other people came by and look, and I think they're a little jealous because they didn't wear the swimsuits.
Yeah.
But hey, that was living large.
Nice.
I hope we get in the hot tub again, but
I hope so.
probably not with 0 people.
No.
So once when you do that, what do you gotta do? You gotta take a nap and recharge, right? Okay, so I made a couple mistakes.
We tried.
Number 1, I didn't pack hair gel. Number 2, before the trip even started, we didn't do the shows, but we skated by that. Couldn't get the skating show, no pun intended. But there's a little magnet on your door.
It's a little magnet, but it's pretty important, especially on day 1.
It says sleeping off the adventure. And if you don't put this on the outside of the door, your stateroom attendant is going to want to introduce themselves to you. Which is exactly what they did, precisely as I'm conked out. My wife is about to fall asleep. Well, I'm lately conked out. I would have stayed conked out because I wear earplugs or noise-canceling headphones. But my wife wakes my hide end up so I can go answer the door in my wonderful box of briefs, which...
Anyway, moving on.
So, yeah.
It's a nice thing. They do come introduce themselves. They make sure you don't need anything. And if you need something or want something each day, that's the time to ask for it. And they do remember and they will bring it. But, yeah, if you're going to sleep, though, they'll come back later. They'll find you. They will find you later in the day.
All right, so put this on. All right, so we didn't get a nap. Yippee! Wow. So I'm feeling a little sluggish. So we went to go return the pool towels. I met you at Cafe Promenade. I tried to make reservations at Solarium Bistro. There was no one there when I returned the pool towels. I tried to do it in the app. The app wouldn't let me because it said I had something on the calendar already, which was apparently 5 o'clock early dining already. So we came back. We just went there, and the guy didn't want to give us reservations. I'm like, they're fully booked. I'm like, really? In day 1?
And there's like half the room's empty. So I don't know if it was like they had only so many staff to do the tables. I don't know. It was a little weird to me. Either way, we got in. It was delicious. They do a really good kind of self-serve buffet style, but it's like Mediterranean. It's always super good. It was nice and quiet too.
It's like a specialty restaurant, but free of charge. You just have to make reservations. And it's the same menu every night. So we spent about an hour there, and then we just walked the promenade a little bit before we went to go see the first show. And let me just tell you, the first show exceeded my expectations. It was called All In. I'm not going to do a very good let me tell you how I was described it to begin with, to not miss steps here. It's like, hey, I heard it's like a lot of music and just choreographic stuff. I think it should be okay.
That's a flimsy
Now, where were we?
So sorry. We had a little malfunction with our device over there, but the show was really good. That's a kind of a flimsy description. It doesn't do it justice, but it really is like a ton of super famous popular songs, and it is choreographed, very well done. It kind of goes through different decades of music. It was awesome. I think I knew all but 3 songs. I mean, it was really good.
All right, after the show that exceeded our expectations called All In, we just headed right down to get in line in Studio B for the ice show, Utopia. And we actually got to meet a cast member a little bit earlier in the day. So we met Jordan Bauth, who has her own YouTube channel. She's one of about 3 YouTube channels that we watch that are employees, and she's definitely our favorite. So she's the one that we watch on a regular basis. But yeah, we got to meet her real quick, and I know she's a busy day, turnaround day, 2 shows, so we went basically hi, and then we're gonna walk away, kind of let her be by herself, so she got some alone time. But then she was nice enough to offer, hey, you guys want a picture? Like, yeah, we do want a picture, but we don't give very much free time,
and you don't want to be rude and like take all of their time away because they don't get a lot of breaks. But anyway. It was really awesome watching her do the show, and if you go to her channel, she was actually part of the creation and first cast to ever do this show, and you can tell just the absolute joy that the skaters have. They're just ear to ear smiling, and they're just having fun. It was an amazing ice show. Highly recommend. Make sure you get to go do it for sure.
Yeah, this is one of those things is like we've been watching her channel for probably about a year now. And since she's part of the startup crew, actually developed the show, the original cast is still on this ship for, I think this is
4
the
more
last
weeks.
week.
Yeah.
They're on for about 4 more weeks, or at least she is. And then the next cast is going to start next week or start training, I believe. And so it's going to be interesting. Like you could, like La said here, you can literally see the joy on their faces and how much fun they're having. And I wonder if it's going to transition to the other. And I knew the show was going to be good just from watching her channel, but watching it live,
Amazing.
so much different. And let me tell you, like, I'm not an ice skate. I mean, I can ice skate, I can do a hockey stop both ways. But they did phenomenal. I mean, like, my jaw literally dropped a few times. And at the end, there was a wonderful standing ovation. And I want to record the standing ovation for you guys to be able to see and show it to you. But at the same time, like, I really can't because, like, I need to give a
want to
standing
cheer.
ovation to support them as well because they deserved it. And I've been part of other standing ovations for, like, I think ice skating shows, I'm pretty sure. But that one felt different. That one was definitely different.
So, needless to say, despite it being Embarkation Day, we crammed a lot in, but we were trying to get as much content as we could for you guys. So make sure that you subscribe because we're going to have more on Utopia of the Seas this week.
Of course. And if you need some real Embarkation Day tips, make sure you watch this video here.
Yes.
This is Brian.
And Mrs. Tips.
Tips for Cruisers.
We'll see you in the next video.